On this episode of Road Dirt, we put some miles on the Zero Motorcycles DSR X electric sport adventure bike. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Rob with Road Dirt, and this is the 2023 Zero Motorcycles DSR X adventure motorcycle. It debuted late 2022, and we're excited to get our hands on one here after the first of the year for a few weeks. I believe, if I'm correct, this is the 5th generation motor that Zero has been putting in their bikes for over the last 10 or so years, and putting it in an adventure frame and kitting it out for that, I think is a great move for them. We actually I think it was about a year and a half ago, we evaluated their SRF model and their SRS model, their sport touring bike and their naked sport bike, and had them back to back, had them at the same time, and that was a pleasant surprise for somebody that for as long has been skeptical of electric motorcycles. Really enjoyed those. So getting our hands on this one was a special treat for us. It's quite a motorcycle, really. We've just had it. We're going to be riding it and evaluating it and sharing some of our insights and impressions on it, and for an adventure bike, how it really does in the dirt. They've improved the battery a lot more. It's got a better range, somewhat shorter charging period, and the features on it, they've got in this one now, not only have they've got a standard, a sport mode, they've got a canyon mode, I guess, for if you want to really get squirrely with it. It's got a dirt mode, and this one also has a reverse. You can actually back it up. I haven't needed to do that yet because it's got a really nice low seat height, about a 31.5-inch seat height, which means when I'm on it, I can actually almost flat foot. I'm just kind of on the balls of my feet. It's a very comfortable riding position for me. The grips are just right, and it's got some nice features. I mean, it's got J1 brake calipers front and rear, running on a Bosch traction control and ABS system, and so Showa shock system fore and aft, which is all adjustable. So looking forward to getting out and riding it. Interesting about these is, you think that this big area here that for most petrol-powered bikes is a tank is actually a very large storage area down in here. I mean, it's not quite helmet size, but you can stick all kinds of gear down in there. And they've done a fine job in entering this into the adventure market, and I look forward to seeing how it does. And like I say, we've got it for a few weeks, so let's take it out and ride it. Out riding the DSR-X on one of our rare winter beautiful days, it takes some getting used to. Not clutching, not shifting, no engine noise, no exhaust notes. But man, such a smooth power delivery, nice belt drive. I mean, the bike is well sorted, and it's amazing how, if you pay attention, you can hear everything, even a little bit of wind noise. But looking forward to riding this a lot in the weeks to come. Out riding with my longtime friend and Road Dirt colleague, Phil. This is an interesting contrast. Check this out. What you got? You got the roar of a Harley and the silence of a Zero. No, right? All right, so we're at a charging station, a Volta system here, at a nearby Kroger, and I'm going to do something I've never done before. Charge an electric bike at a public station. Now, to be fair, this one will need an app to download, and then you plug in. Once you've gotten into your app, Volta requires an app to use, and it's the same head. These are uniform, and of course just plug it in. Let's see here, get some more of this off, and it plugs right in, and you can step inside and get a Starbucks latte while you wait. This is more of a typical winter day here in the deep south. Kind of cold, rainy, wet, gray. Hey, perfect day to take the Zero DSR X and do a little bit of dirt riding, and in the rain as well. So I was able to find off-road mode and put it in there. Helps mitigate the throttle response, the braking, traction control, and ABS. Lets the bike move a little bit more around underneath you when you're on loose surfaces like this, gravel and dirt here in Georgia, and feels really good. I'm not great in the dirt anyway, but feeling pretty confident on it. I like how it handles. The bike handles supremely well. Very linear power delivery, and yet very solid. Man, I love the acceleration on this thing. Handles the curves really well. I've tried all the ride modes, and I think my favorite is, two of them, is Standard, and then this one, Canyon. It, you know, it kind of helps the throttle response. It's not as jumpy as Sport, and yet you get a little more regen braking feedback, you know, closer to what Eco is, in between Eco and Standard. So I think this is my favorite. So there you have it, the 2023 Zero DSR X Sport Adventure Bike. And it has been an adventure. We've actually been pleasantly surprised by it. We've enjoyed riding it in here late February, early March. The weather's starting to change. It's starting to feel like spring. Things are starting to bloom. But we still got plenty of rain. We had some cold, we had some wet. Rode it in some gravel and some dirt roads, and as well as commuting and then day tripping and curve carving with it. And really, it's very capable in every aspect of those. I felt really good putting it in off-road mode and sliding it around and running a bunch of dirt roads and gravel roads in our area, and adequate for around town and day rides. Of course, like with all the electrics, the biggest drawback really is still range and charge times, and those will come down. Those will improve with time. The charge times will come down, the range will go up, and they'll be much more, you know, competitive and usable for longer days and multiple days in the saddle. So we've been impressed with it. It's done well. It's been a good bike for us, and you know, I think Zero is onto something with it. I think they're you know, entering an electric in the adventure dual sport category, I think is a stroke of genius for them. And hope it sells well, because it actually performs quite well. So we're grateful for the opportunity. I think they have a winner on their hands with this one, just like their SRS and SRF that we evaluated about a year or two ago. So great motorcycles, and the charge times and the range are improving. So, Well, hey, if you enjoyed this, give us a like, give us a subscribe, ring that bell so you get notifications this year when we produce more video and content for the Road Dirt YouTube channel. Check us out on our main website as well. We're at roaddirt.tv. That's our e-magazine. You can check out all of our latest stories and things like that from different contributors that have been writing for the last year or several years with us. So check those out there. We're also on 3 social media channels: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find us at Road Dirt TV, just like the YouTube channel, Road Dirt TV, no dot. You can also find us on Spotify. We've got about a 25 hour playlist called Road Dirt Classics. So go check that out as well as a podcast simply known as Road Dirt. So check all of it out there and join the Road Dirt community. We'd love to share the ride life with each other. So until next time, this is Rob with Road Dirt. Ride life.